What is up, YouTube? It is a beautiful day in the Ozarks here at Table Rock Lake. We are back at the Element ICF pool, and this one is a little different because it is up on this bluff above Table Rock Lake near Cape Fair, Missouri. Cape Fair Marina is right around that corner. But because it's on such a steep slope, we had to do this a little different. And this, if anything, is gonna be pretty handy for me to make the case that the way we typically do things on these pools, when we send out a kit, we're trying to save you as many calories and as many steps as humanly possible, because this is not the fun way to do a pool. We poured the walls first. I mean, you can see how tall this is. The entire pool on this side is actually out of the ground. So, like if you were to buy a build block kit, whatever, their directions would tell you to pour footings and then walls and then do all this handwork in the bottom of a pool that, in my opinion, is incredibly tedious and not worth it. And I think these three boys here, by the end of today, will 100% agree with you that this is not the way to do it. This pool dictated that we have to do it this way. We were able to get a skid steer in here and get everything close, but now to get the grade perfect, it's gonna be a lot of handwork. I'll just give you a quick, me and Keith are getting ready to set the auto cover rails. This one, again, because it's out of the ground, normally you'd have the auto cover going to the deep end, but the deep end, we don't really have anywhere simple to put the well. There's a pool deck on that end, so we're going to put the well in the shallow end and have the nice concrete pavers over the top. So I'll show you, I'll get to bring you guys a video of how to make those and everything as we get there. But the excavator that did the backfill did, I think he thought he was doing me a solid by backfilling the side of the pool. I was gonna have to do most of it with a dingo, but now this young man's having to dig out the pipes. So no fun for anybody today, guys, but I'm gonna bring you guys a few details as the day goes on, kind of how we're thinking through this. Not a huge deal, we knew what we were getting into, but this is why our pool kits are designed a little different. 99 out of 100 of them, we pour the floor first on a vinyl liner or a membrane, and it saves you every bit of this work if you have a skid steer access. All right, guys, you see where the boys got all the concrete poured late last week. We're back here after training, and today we're gonna build all of the tanning ledge shapes, the stairs. Marshall and Jonathan are clearing the ICF off the back of the wall where the auto cover goes, so I'll show you that too. We're gonna pour the floor for the auto cover well. That'll get us down to 2 more pours total before we're done. We'll have the coping pour in the PDF auto cover rails after we get them all squared away. And when we do that, we'll pour the tanning ledge, the stairs, and the bench. And then the last pour will just be all the decking, and we'll be done. But I wanna show you something really cool about the Elements, guys. As you know, when we cut up the rake, this is just kind of the beginning of it. But if this were a Fox Blocks or a Nudura, whatever, once we make this cut, we would have to really brace the bottom of this because we have no webbing, okay? So you have 2 options here that I like. You can insert an entire web into the top here. And when I put the top one, when I snap another one on, that's gonna perma-lock it. But also, if you're worried about not having too much room, I can put this in either way, but I can jam it right there, but I'm adding support. Even if it's gonna stick up a little bit, it'll just go into the next one a little and add some support. So it's so nice to be able to do this and get support where you never could before. It's just one of those super cool things that Element does that I don't think anybody else in the game. No metal clip on a Fox or a Bill Block, no, they don't do this. So when you're doing weird off-label stuff, you're cutting under windows, these little flex ties are so freaking cool because you can put them anywhere you need them. So I'll probably put another one here just for fun. This thing will be really locked together. You see, now we got another row here, one here, and one up here. Another good thing to do is I knew where my height was. I want to be within 4 inches of the cap of the concrete for this bench. So I knew what my rip needed to be. I made the rip at the bottom. That way I only had to cut 2 blocks in half to do this. If I waited up here, I'd have to cut the entire top in half, which would be more work. So if you can figure grade, it's always good to start with your rips on the bottom. You can see behind me, we finally got some beautiful weather to finish up some of our pool projects after the wettest April, wettest May, and wettest start to June on record. We're in an absolutely crazy wet cycle. That lake behind me right over here is still 10 or 12 feet high, and they can't let too much water out at a time or they flood the lakes downstream. So it's been crazy. When we drive out of here, I cross a bridge and there's docks that are about 50 feet from the shore right now because they're just going up and down, and you guys are having to swim out to their boats right now. So been a wet year. We're finally getting hot and a little drier. I don't think we have any rain next week either. But my boys worked on this pool quite a bit this week. My Amish have still been off, but they're kind of starting to filter back in. We're getting the Element house pretty much wrapped up, and hopefully getting them back on some of these pool builds real soon so I can show you guys more kind of final progress. But I'm going to show you all the progress we've made on this one with all of the inside shapes. Sometimes we use CMU blocks, but more and more we're using just ICF, and when it dictates, we'll use geotechnical foam blocks instead of, like, there's a scrap piece right there, but where we can fill that in on the tanning ledge over here instead of having to put gravel in there. It works out really, really good. So I'll take you guys in there real quick, kind of as a final walk around. We are pouring this next Tuesday. We were trying to pour it today, and it was just one of those things where when you press to pour concrete, that's when mistakes happen. We've got a form here that is for our 2-inch thick concrete lid. We want it to match our coping, so we're going to pour it with the same concrete at the same time. We still have to put reinforcement in there, but after that, we're going to pour that, vibrate it real good, and stamp it, and then we will cut it because we're not exactly sure where the brackets will end up going. The thing about the Aquamatic auto cover, it's got a thing called a compensator pulley, and it rides basically in the middle, but it kind of tells you where it needs to go because the tension centers it. And from there, you start laying everything out. So you really can't predict 100% where that's going to be. So if you tried to make your pavers, 2 foot long or 3 foot long, they might not look right. So we're just going to pour the entire thing and then cut it. So it'll work really nice. So here's our well. We actually use CMU blocks to direct that. We glued them in place, and then we just used some of my old cam lock forms to sit on top of that CMU block to bring it right up to the coping height. As you see, this one's got the PDF form for the Aquamatic auto cover. Those things are straight as a string, and once the concrete's poured in there, it's ready for the liner and the auto cover. And the shape here, we've got a triangle step in the corner to get in and out, and then a little tanning ledge. He wanted a swim lane, so it doesn't go all the way across. We left a lane there to go all the way across, and it has a bench that runs all the way down the length of the pool, which you guys might remember the one I did in Grand Junction, Colorado. It looked a lot like this. Full depth on this one is 6'8". It's not a full 8 foot deep. They're not going to be diving. But guys, the thing that made this one so wild, and I'll get into a full tour video when we're done, was a fiberglass guy came out, looked at this and said, nope, just walked off, never even got in the backyard, just looked over the top of the retaining wall. And just this setting is a beautiful place for a pool, but it's a challenging place for a pool. You couldn't do a steel wall or a polymer wall vinyl liner without a significant expense, like tens of thousands, if not $100,000, to terrace this backyard with a massive retaining wall. But because of ICF's structural nature, we were able to use a 10-inch core wall that is the pool wall and the retaining wall, if you will. I mean, it runs right out, and that is one of the things, even on a very simple vinyl liner, it can become a structural element to a backyard. He brought in like 80-some loads of dirt to fill in this so far, but you really couldn't do that to the whole backyard because right where we're standing gets too close to the to the bluff. You probably can't see it, but the water line right now is right there. I can see the water lapping up on the bottom of the trees just right there. So, in a straight line, the water's 75 feet away, and it just gets very steep. So if he tried to bring this ground out level clear to here, it would have just been rolling off into the Corps of Engineers easement, and then he'd have got in trouble. So that wasn't an option. And this is where ICF really shines, because it enables you to have a structural pool without, I know people say gunite structure or whatever, but it's usually not. If you're burying it, they only go 5-6 inches thick. If you have an infinity edge, they thicken it up, but it doesn't have a structure like this inherently. They have to engineer that in. So ICF is awesome, guys, not just for pools, houses as well, commercial buildings. We're getting ready to build some warehouses at ICF. It's the way. It's not a way of the future. It's the way now. But anyway, I'm going to be bringing you lots of cool pool wrap-ups in the next few weeks, as well as I'm going to start my camper build series. So like and subscribe. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon.